Welcome back to the Tim and Steve Show. I am Tim Beard.
I'm Steve Morris.
So, got to talk about something.
What are we going to talk about?
It's kind of what we do, right? Somebody said you have a soothing voice.
The sweet sounds of Raoul, ladies and gentlemen. That's from Cable Guy.
Yes, yeah, all right, I've seen that one. So this is our 10th show. Can you believe it?
I can because I'm. It's really tiring doing all this stuff
You are not
day in and day out,
kidding.
and trying to build a garden, and pretend like I'm helping you over with your barn and concreting of the.
Oh, that'll be
outside
this
area?
weekend.
Yeah,
That will,
I'll be
yeah,
there.
that'll be, yeah. That's gonna, yeah. So today we sat down and did an interview with Bella Osgood at NCTV. I think it was pretty good. I can't wait to see how it comes out. Talked about our show and talked about her and her path and how she got there. And I think it was a good show. I was
Yeah,
I liked it.
impressed. I mean, I've been impressed because she interviewed us when we were running for the school board.
Yes,
And she holds herself very well, probably better than you and I when we're conducting interviews and responding. She is practicing, and it's good to see I mean, she's a junior, she'll be a senior next year, and she has a bright future ahead of her. And it's just one of the many stars that we see come out of Newport.
it's funny. The more you look, the more we've looked into things, the more we've done the show, and we're always looking for new things, right? We're looking for positive stories, for whatever we can find, and we just keep finding things. And I think Newport as a whole, we are so lucky to have the CTE program that because so many of these kids, like it's crazy. So I also think we might be trendsetters.
I wouldn't doubt it. I've been known to set a trend or two in my day.
We talk about something on the show, and then the next thing you know, something else is happening that we talked about. So I had said yesterday, I was like, okay, so at the selectmen's meeting, if the pothole's not filled, I'm going to bring a tire in a tub that's 4 inches deep, and I'm going to like go off on the selectmen. Like, this is ridiculous. So then on What's Up Newport, Maple Street paving. Asphalt plants are now opening. By the end of May, potholes and depressions on Maple Street will be filled, and the road will be paved from curb to curb from the intersection of South Main to the fork and Bradford Road.
Well, that's good, but that one pothole in particular that is dangerous, are they going to address it or put like some safety cones around it?
I don't think so. So I don't think I need to go in and set the whole, like,
Right. I
do
mean,
the whole.
they have a plan.
Yes. So now
They
I just need to
published the
say,
plan.
hey, you need to fix that one pothole, like, now, because that's a dangerous pothole. And then, yay, you're paving it. That's awesome. Completely understand.
I would suspect they'd have it paved once it's
Yeah.
up and running on Monday, if not, and roped off, just because as a motorcycle rider, or as you like to call it, a bike rider, I think of a bike
Harley.
as-
Harley Davidson.
He drives a Harley, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Harley Davidson.
My brother used to have a Harley. He doesn't like me talking about him, but Rob had a Harley back in the day.
He did?
He did. I wish I could tell you what kind it was, a softback or something. I don't know. It was nice. It was cool looking.
What happened to it?
He sold it, I think, when he was in Hawaii. He put more of his information out there. But, he had a Harley. Just getting in trouble with everybody today.
I noticed when you came out, I was like, oh man, you could just tell Steve's off today, and that's never good.
I feel like I'm on fire.
That could be. Maybe this is the best thing. People get you mad and we'll do the show that way. That works too. They already see me all angry. Let's see Steve angry.
I don't get angry. I get frustrated. I bark for a second, and then I regret that I raised my voice slightly or very loudly, and then I fix and find the solution to whatever problem is upsetting me.
So yesterday's show, yesterday's show. I'm getting all confused. We had a comment on YouTube, said great show. That was great to see.
Yeah, and we don't get comments usually because if we don't talk about anything risque, so to speak, then when I upload it, I put, it's made for kids unless we say something that.
Well, yesterday's was made for kids. I was just going off about everything, and
Yeah, but there are certain topics that I
Yes.
just, as a parent, even though some parents will have conversations with their kids, some things we talk about, maybe not ready
Yeah, that's fine.
with a made for kids tag.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's cool. Our car nut show had like 35 views and hasn't even been up like a whole day yet. So that's pretty cool too. Can't wait to go back. Figured out how to work the camera now, so the mic will work like it's supposed to.
Yeah, we'll get some growing pains.
Yeah,
It looked cool though, all of us holding the mic, acting like we're talking into it, and we forgot to press a button on the camera.
yeah. You got to turn something else on that I didn't
I
think you
don't
had to
think
turn
we actually
on.
forgot. We didn't know.
That's
So
true.
When I say forgot, we just
Yeah.
didn't know that.
We forgot to learn how to use it before we tried to use it.
It's a learning progress, a learning process.
So we've already covered potholes. So maybe this will get the potholes fixed in town. We'll figure it
And we
out.
can feel good about ourselves and pretend that we had something to do with it. But it
Right.
also might have been your Facebook Live that
It could have been.
got a lot of feedback.
Or it could have been the comment when we said we were going to plant a tree in it.
It could have been.
That might have been like, hey, we can't have trees in the road. So school news. Today, school board, 5 o'clock. Be there.
Or go to the chorus concert.
Or the track meet. Yes.
Are there baseball games?
I don't know. I didn't get that far. I think they're
I mean, there's
middle
a
school.
lot of stuff going on, but
I
the
think
school board is there if you have time to come out and
Yes, if you're one of those people on Facebook that are so concerned about the school, then this is your opportunity to show up. And I also want to point out that these people that are so concerned about the school, we had 1,298 votes for town meeting day, and we had 400 roughly less for the school. So, kind of doesn't fit the concerned.
yeah, some people when they're trying to win an argument or a debate will start pulling different ideas
From
to
the
try to
backside, and
Well, let's hope that they show up. If not to the school board meetings, to the deliberative session next year, and support the school.
we'll see.
Feedback, positive or negative, prefer positive, but sometimes we need to be told if there's a blind spot, to hide from it is not good. You need to address it head on, fix it, set a goal, move forward, and based on the comments that you showed me and told me about on Facebook, there should be some more engagement from the community, at least at the deliberative session next year, in support of raising taxes for the school. The way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean those are the comments, and then also I'm going to mention tonight.
So I mean, that's not 600 people. It's probably about
Well, yeah, no.
10 or 20 or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, yes,
Right.
correct. So yeah, and I'm going to mention tonight.
Mr. Realist here. Gotta
Yeah,
bring it
you know,
down.
let's make sure the
Got a
numbers
lot
are
of
right.
hyperbole.
We keep talking about how we speak the facts. Let's make sure we're close. So tonight I'm going to mention the 5 o'clock time again because I believe it's ridiculous. People can't go to that when they're trying to get dinner for their kids or whatever when it's 5 o'clock. Like a lot of people work to 5 o'clock. So 6:30 is the time that all the other meetings are in town, and I think that's when that should be where it is. And if that doesn't work for some of the board members, then maybe they shouldn't be board members.
Well, I won't address that, but what I will say is that if you want, and the town wants the meetings, then come out and encourage the board, because again, I can't speak for anybody but myself, but come out and take 30 seconds to say, I support this. It doesn't have to be long, drawn out, or anything else.
Yeah, just show up. That'd be
Show
nice.
up.
Just sit there in a chair.
Sign up. You
Yeah.
get time to speak, and if more than you wants it after 5 o'clock, it might get some traction. It should get traction, right?
It's been said before, though.
Yeah, it has.
Jeff Kessler came and talked about it. It's been spoken about. Supposedly it only changed because of COVID, but apparently they didn't change it back. I don't know. COVID doesn't come out after a certain time or before or something. I guess I still haven't quite figured that one out yet. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm going to mention, and then we got our donation for wearing our tutus. So we're still trying to figure out how we're gonna do that. But we got Jeff Miller coming up later on the show, and he's gonna talk some sports. He's always talking school stuff. I love when Jeff comes in because it's you think you're just gonna get sports and that's it, but he has such an insight to the school because like myself, he's graduated from Newport and now he teaches in Newport and is a part-time athletic director. So excited about that. Chief Wilmot's coming in tomorrow.
Be interesting and exciting.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh, we gotta queue up in the Northwoods.
Are you gonna throw me under the bus again? Can you try throwing me under the bus? Someone that doesn't have handcuffs.
Andrea, do you know that I have your generator?
She does. She told me.
Oh,
She's
she
like,
watched the show.
she's like, oh, I know. I'm like, okay. Do you want to call the IRS on me?
No,
Okay, that's cool.
I'm not a big fan of taxes.
No, let's not go there. So, I love this because the way it's written is just perfect. Splish Splash will give your car a bath at Irvin not this Saturday, the following Saturday, May 21st from 10 to 1, and it's for the class of 2025. And I think it's a donation-based thing, or I don't know what they're charging, but so if you need to get your car washed and you want to help raise money for the class of 2025, jump on out there and swing in, get your car
Plus
washed.
the freshmen going to be sophomores next year.
Yes.
Emilio's class.
Yeah,
Is he going to be there washing cars?
I wouldn't put money on it. He might have a baseball game though.
or something.
But even most of my
I can't
kids.
believe it's already been 3 years since Zayden and them had their car wash. Time flies.
It's crazy. Yeah, Emilio's the one that he's the sports kid, but as far as the extra stuff, no. I mean, if he's in school and you need help, or
You get him out of class.
He's that kid. Yeah, like he's that kid. He's the kid that breaks up a fight, and Miss Martin called one day, want to talk about Emilio, and we just instantly, sorry Emilio, but we're first thinking like, oh, what did he do? Oh, we just want to let you know he broke up a fight today, or made it not happen, or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. This was a little while ago. This wasn't just recently, but so yeah.
That makes you proud.
Yeah. So I doubt he'd be washing your car, but there will be a lot of people down there. Support your class 2025, freshman class. And I just like Splish Splash. We'll give your car a bath. Like that right there is creative, and that makes me just want to bring the car down. But that's prom day, and I don't know if I told you yet, but you have to go to Boston with me to pick up a car for Alicia's prom. Did I tell you that yet?
You didn't tell me the.
I mean, did I ask you that yet?
You didn't tell me the date and time.
Oh, okay. Let's avoid that right now. Something really exciting that I love, and this is the first time you've seen this, and it's been out, I think, 2 other times now. But so the Newport Times, it gets mailed to everybody. Love this paper. Love it, love it, love it. It's all about Newport. It's all positive. There's nothing, negative in there. And it's written from, there's Alicia and Riley Scarron and Bryce Ashley right here on the front. And then inside here, there was, I believe it was Tommy Spiker was in here as well. And it was about their internships that they did. Yep, right there, Tommy Spiker. And yeah, those are so it was a business class, and they all did. I know Alicia's internship was at LaValle's. I don't know where the 3 were, but just more great stuff happening with the CTE. We talked about it with Miller before, on air, off air. The CTE seems to be like, it's like the heartbeat of the school. It seems like that's really, we talked about that a lot with our interview earlier with Bella, and like that's part of the CTE. Like it's all part of CTE. And so like shout out to these kids that are really positive and making a big impact in our school and in our community. So yeah, this gets mailed to everybody, and I don't know if you can. I know you can pick it up at the town office too, but check it out. Tons of stories in here. Some of them are
events. I saw.
Yeah, Riley has been writing some of these too. So there's a lot of different people in there that are writing, and I know last I don't know which edition, I guess you'll say. And I guess I was arguing with Andrew. I'm like, nah, they're not every 2 months, but I was wrong. They come out every 2 months. So this is for May and June. So then I guess there'll be a July and August one. So really cool. Newport Times.
It was established in January of 2022.
Yes. I kind of knew that part, but the every 2 month thing, it was a disagreement, and I was wrong.
It happens.
It happens a lot. So we have, like I said, we have Jeff Miller coming up here shortly. What else is going on? Anything exciting? Gorgeous day,
Beautiful day.
gorgeous
Clear
weather. Like
skies,
it's
warm.
yeah, it's awesome. Supposed to be 80 today, 80 Friday, or close to 80 today, and 80 Friday, and like over the weekend. So it's supposed to be really nice. It's quite the change though. I'm like, I feel like I'm getting a sunburn already. I was up to the barn earlier and was fixing the water line, and I was out in the sun, and it's like, ooh, it's getting warm out here real quick, but I can't complain. It's not raining, it's not snow, so
Yeah, it's beautiful. I did not really get outside to work today. I wanted to get some of those fence posts off your trailer so you get your trailer back. But I did get a tamper and I got a garden fork and some string. So I got some supplies purchased. I went out and checked my brother's heater out.
yeah. How'd that go?
Not very good.
No,
No, still not fixed.
oh, that's unfortunate. We won't talk about the company.
Yeah, I won't.
I will say that if you want your heating stuff fixed or you want your plumbing, you got to get a local company. Now, this is a local company, but it's a very, very big company. And unfortunately, a lot of times when companies get big, they lose that sense of like the customer and you being important, and you kind of become like a number in a way. And so my recommendation was like, hey, get a local company. It's in there, your brother's house in New London, but I know there's a couple places here in town that are really good that you could say, hey, you come out and do this. I mean, you'll have to set it up because
Right.
I don't know if you weren't sure if it was oil or gas or whatever, but I know a lot of the gas stuff, it has to be the company that puts the gas in it to hook to it, just for like safety reasons and stuff. But that would be my recommendation. I know a lot of people, and I've used a company that you're having issues with right now in the past, and I've had some good experiences, but unfortunately, you never know who you're gonna get. Where if you get like a small company that's local here, you kind of always know who you're gonna get. You call the office, you speak to the same person every time, and some of these bigger companies, it's like you're just a number. So
Yeah, it's so sad to see it that way. And then if you get upset with the way that they treat you, then they act like you're a jerk and you're the one who's wrong.
yeah, your brother.
They have a slang term for that. I won't say it because it's my mother's name, but so like if you go and
That's your mother's name?
Yep.
Oh no, we can never use that word.
I know I said it one time and she took offense to it.
I bet. And she watches the show. So let's
Yes,
skip
so
right over
we'll
this.
skip right over that.
She's like one of our 20 listeners, so
We have 30
30
plus
ish.
subscribers.
Well, we got like 40. I think we're at 44 subscribers on YouTube, but
But
we're
we're
at
getting,
like
we're getting some feedback though. Every time we
Yeah.
talk to somebody and we take it and we listen to it, and there'll be changes gradually made as our equipment we figured out and sorted out. We just wanted to jump right in here and get out with the positive news of the town.
yeah, and we got so the computer come yesterday, and it's way faster. Plus, we changed the setting on the camera. We didn't need to do 4K, so we'll just do HD, which
Yeah,
means
4K shows every blemish.
yeah, we don't need a 4K anything. So we changed that, so it's gonna be faster, which is great. So, yeah, we're trying to segment
Allegedly,
allegedly.
faster.
That's right. Today's word of the day.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. $50 gas card, people. You still have today, tomorrow, and then you have to get it to us by Sunday night. All you have to do is message it to us. If you want to wait until the end of the week, which I really hope a lot of you are, because right now I still have one person that's actually messaged 2 of the days.
Oh, that's great though. They did 2 days.
Yes, it's great, but kind of hoping more than one person listens. I mean, besides your folks and, our kids, like I'm kind of hoping it's just more than that, but
Well, they'll come as we improve, and we had talked about we're gonna start making some segmented stuff so that if
Yes.
they don't want to listen to me and you pontificate about whatever hot topic of the day,
big words, pontificate.
that could always be well.
It could be, but I don't even know how to spell it.
That's the beauty part, though. That's when you make the word of the day something hard like that. Not hard, but
We have like a very limited amount of listeners. We should probably make it really simple.
think about.
Think about.
I'll say that instead of pontificate.
Yeah, there you go.
My dad taught me a word about a month or two ago. He said goozle, and I was like, "Do you mean Google?" He said, "No, goozle."
The hell's that mean?
It's like guzzle, but it's an older word. It checks out. It's like from Star Wars, where it's an older code, but it checks out. So I looked it up in the dictionary, and it's a word.
Listen, I got to be careful with fancy words because, Facebook doesn't like any sort of stuff like that. So keep it real.
That's an interesting story I could tell sometime.
How long's the story?
A couple minutes. So when we were sitting around as kids, if we used a word and we didn't use it properly in a sentence, or my dad had never heard of the word, if it was a slang word, if we couldn't show it to him in the dictionary, we weren't allowed to use it. So but it helped us learn vocabulary.
So we used to use the word in school a lot. We'd say ain't. And we have teachers who'd be like, that's not a word. You can't use it.
They made it a word a couple years
They
ago.
did make it a word.
I bet all of our old English teachers were
Yes.
crawling in their skin when they did that.
I think it was Mrs. Susie was the one that was like so anal about it, like can't use that word. And then what do? We just make the word a word.
I know.
All right, guys. So Jeff Miller coming up here in a few minutes. School board tonight. Track meet tonight. Chorus concert. That's tonight, right? Yes.
Yep.
Tonight.
6 o'clock and
6
7 o'clock.
and 7 at the Opera House. Yeah, I think that wraps everything up. I was trying to...
Didn't you say, though, you wanted me to call you out on something? Didn't you say, do you have anything else you want to call me out on earlier, about a couple minutes ago?
All right.
So if you stay tuned for the interview with Jeff Miller, check out Tim's Guns, because he's putting on the gun show, baby.
It was hot out. Where to go from there?
I mean, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, like don't spoil it.
It's good.
So if you haven't noticed, we did the show backwards today. Jeff had to come in because Jeff's schedule is not as open as our schedule. So we're shooting the beginning of the show after that part. We kind of the beauty in editing. But yes, I was
For
wearing...
continuity's purposes, I kept on the same clothing.
It is pink.
A little pink.
The tutu. That's what it was, wasn't it? Now you like pink.
No, my brother gave me this.
Oh, and you and your brother are kind of feuding right now. So like, I'll wear the shirt you gave me.
Yeah, well,
You got a different hat on too.
It's the same hat I had, but it's different from yesterday. But
Right.
yeah. I'm running out of hats now.
I say
I went down to the basement today, and I couldn't find my box of hats. I may have to go to the store this weekend.
Because this is the 10th show. That means 10 hats. So
I have at least 12 to 14, but
we're going to find out how many hats Steve has. Just stay tuned and keep watching the show. Thanks to Twin State Paving for tolerating this. And she hasn't messaged me yet to say that we're doing a horrible job and to cancel this whole thing. So appreciate those guys. And once again, if you're going to get your driveway paved this year, you're going to want to reach out soon and get on the schedule because that fills up real quick. So they've been working. It's funny, the Newport asphalt plant's opening on Monday, but I think they've been working for like a month now. Like they start right up. Like as soon as you can start paving, they pave because the window for that kind of work is really tight. So
you gotta make your money while you can.
yes, exactly.
Maximize it.
And they work. That's crazy. Like they're constantly working. And
Yeah, I think I saw a sign too. They're sponsoring something else going on in town. I think I can't remember what it was, but I was like,
yeah,
that's awesome. That's good. They're in the community. Appreciate their support for this show.
Absolutely. Once again, make sure you check out your mailbox for the Newport Times. This thing is really awesome and some great stories in here. And you never know. You can see your kids in here because there's so many things in there. So
Yeah, they cover all the schools. The middle school's in there, the elementary school,
yeah.
high school, CTE.
Hey, if we get this big enough, maybe we'll get a section. You can write it though because you're A+ and I'm incomplete.
I don't know about
You'll
that.
never live that down. All right, guys, we'll be up here with Jeff Miller here in just a minute. And, yeah, we'll see you shortly.